Right, welcome back to another video, everyone. Yesterday ended up being a superb win across the board, based on what I could see from Twitter, as well as, well, just how price action played out in general. Everyone made money yesterday, including myself, so we're going to count yesterday as a fantastic win. It's good that we ignored what the daily buyers were telling us and went with the hourly time frame play instead, which, is usually something that I don't do. But in yesterday's case, we had a really strong reason to believe that price was going down. And the primary one was going to be this market maker sell model, which so far has already played out, right? That was the intraday target yesterday that we set. And boom, that's indeed what happened. And in today's video, I'm going to continue to give you the intraday setup for today. And yeah, let's get right into it. So real quick, we have news today at 10 a.m. Today is going to already be different compared to yesterday because, well, we have news. And where there is news, the probability of a trade playing out in our favor is going to be much higher. So ideally, we're going to be wanting to hop on the charts and start looking for a move anywhere between 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. New York, potentially even 11 a.m. because ideal trading hours during news days is an hour before news to an hour after news. Now, we're going to come in slightly earlier because there's another piece of news here at 8:30, but for the most part, like that is going to be the ideal trading time for today. Now, yesterday closed bearish as well, which means today we're going to be looking for a bearish trade. Now, this is not to be confused with your weekly time frame. Now, weekly, you have closed bullish, and technically this week we're supposed to be looking for a bullish trade. In fact, overall, now that price has retraced back into this level right here, this is going to be a strong level of support for price to bounce from. Now, even though that is the case, this is very much on the higher time frame, and we are not in the business, at least based on these videos, I'm calling intraday trades here. And so it's really important to understand the context as to what we're working with here. Intraday, we're looking to open a close trade within 2 to 3 hours, and with a higher time frame play, we're looking to hold this for multiple days and multiple weeks. So again, there's a mismatch of expectation there. So higher time frame, yes, we are still bullish, but just in the context of today, like you are bearish. And in terms of the higher time frame, remember, this is going to be your new level of support. It's the exact same way that I used to predict that, not predict, but like I was calling for this being the bottom for a solid few weeks. And yeah, that ended up gaining, $15,000, $20,000 from that point onwards. Same concept, which is this is the order block. And right now, this is the order block. So very straightforward so far. Let's get into the intraday time frame. So intraday, you close bearish, so you're looking for more bearishness today. This is a potential daily fair value gap, bullish fair value gap, might I add, at 118,400. That's about 117,000. Now, are we going to get to this level today? I don't know, but that is a fair target to set for a intraday move for today. I think I probably said like today already like 20 times. Jumping into the 1 hourly chart, we can see that this was the CISD that we were playing with yesterday, but ultimately retraced into this bearish order block right here, and then continue to make a new low. Now, with this new low, this is now your new CISD line right here at 120,800. With that said, it means that today, it's just a simple way. It's just a little complicated way to say that we are looking for shorts. And we're going to be looking for shorts this level right here at the fair value gap, as well as these relatively equal highs. In the event that we sweep these relatively equal highs at around the hours between 8 to 10 a.m., we're going to be looking for price to give a short-term time frame, right? Meaning the 5-minute chart to start breaking lower. And then we're going to take that trade down to 119,600 or potentially lower based on the targets that I've set before. I think it was 118,400. So that's going to be the intraday target for today. And just keep in mind that now that we have this new CISD, this entire block here now becomes your bearish resistance zone. So until you break above this block right here, you're not going to be bullish whatsoever. And so even if you're bullish, just understand that that is just what you think, or at least that is what you want for the markets, to do. And there's a very big difference between trading what you think and trading what the market is telling you. And in this case right now, the market is telling you that it's going down. Daily time frame is pointing down. The 1 hourly time frame clearly broke order flow and broke structure multiple times. So you're bearish on the 1 hourly time frame. And so in the 5-minute, we're going to act accordingly. So the setup for today is going to be very straightforward. Like when you get a sweep above this one, again, 5 minutes changes to a delivery. Of course, I will be posting any trades that I do take live on Twitter. So if you're free to follow me on Twitter at _the_art_of_crypto if you want to follow along these trades. But otherwise, the second scenario could happen where price does not sweep out these levels, right? Let's say it's now getting close to 8:30 a.m. It's getting close to 9 a.m. And price does not break, above and sweep out all of these highs. Is that possible? Absolutely. Anything's possible in the markets. So in the case that that happens, you're going to be looking at a breakout, retracement, and then continuation, meaning do not hesitate to just take a short continuing towards the downside. If, as you get closer to news, you don't get sweep and you see your market just forming new lows, then yeah, don't hesitate to just jump in on a little momentum trade. Otherwise, that is the setup with Bitcoin. Now let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum yesterday was the better short for me, as I've already discussed. Right now, it is very much Bitcoin season, meaning that whenever we get any pumps, Bitcoin is going to be performing a little bit better. And right now, whenever we get any dumps, Ethereum is going to look considerably weaker compared to Bitcoin. And so for shorts right now, I'm going to prioritize Ethereum, just like the reason why yesterday I took a short on Ethereum instead of Bitcoin. Same thing here. Today, it's also looking quite a bit weaker compared to Bitcoin. And yeah, daily bias is towards the downside. So we're going to be looking for shorts. Right now, price is inside this bearish order block right now. And so far, you seem to have been forming a new bearish order block. So kaboom. So in the event that you retrace into this level, basically into anywhere in this level, like basically Ethereum is just as easy as trading it lower. Like doesn't matter if Bitcoin starts going up a little bit. Ethereum's not going to pump that much. And even if it pumps that much, again, these are your relative legal highs. Do I think they're going to get swept? I don't know. But it's a key level. Essentially, just look for Ethereum to start dumping around an hour and a half before news to an hour after news. And that's going to be your setup. Very straightforward. And lastly, let's take a look at Solana. So with Solana, you are also looking bearish right now. This is potentially, right? If you close below this level right here at $219.70, you're going to form a new bearish order block, which means price is going to treat this as resistance until proven otherwise. So anyways, because the daily bias is bearish, we're going to be looking for shorts. As much as I want Solana to go up, because I hold, quite frankly, a very large bag of Solana. But anyways, this is your bearish order block that you're working with right now. The fact that price is also breaking below this level right here means that this is also a bearish order block. So you're having two bearish order blocks together. And right now, you're going to just look for price to continue lower. Potentially, price sweeps out these highs before they're going lower. But like Ethereum, you just want to look for price to go lower. And of course, this gets invalidated if price happens to break above 226 today. Same thing here, right? If the Bitcoin short setup gets invalidated, where we break above 124,000, then yeah, we're going to call it off. We're not going to be taking any shorts. This is why we wait for confirmation. That 5-minute change in state delivery, basically a 5-minute confirmation in order flow, is very important for us to determine if, okay, basically right now, we know, or like we are making a prediction that, on the daily chart and on the 1 hourly time frame, as well as on the 5-minute chart, it's looking a little bit more likely that price is going to go towards the downside. But we don't know if that will indeed happen. But we never know until the market gives us confirmation that we are in fact right. Because otherwise, it's just what we think. It's not what the market thinks, and we don't want to be trading what we think. Anyways, guys, I am going to be filming quite a few very valuable videos over the course of the weekend. If you would like to get access to them, just feel free to subscribe, turn on the bell notification. I'm going to be posting them over the upcoming, week. Maybe a couple of weeks as it's being edited. Otherwise, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of this rainy day with a beautiful cigar and a cup of decaf coffee. And I'll see you tonight on Twitter. Ciao, ciao.